Oh, hello, and welcome to a bonus episode of the Deadweights. The reason why it's a bonus episode is because we're just making a character. That's right, we're just making a D&D character. But the reason we're doing it is because we're adding a new member to the Deadweights. A good friend of mine for a very long time, Sarah, will be joining us as a druid. And this episode is just sort of revolves around us building up the character to become the same level that the Deadweights are now. You know, for balance reasons and whatnot. So, if you happen to want to make a character while we're making a character, that'd be pretty cool. Let me know what you make. I appreciate you regardless, and enjoy. Boy. Can you hear me though?
Yes, now I can.
Yeah. Last time you and I did our session 0, in a sense, session like 0.5. You were level 1. But for you to catch up to the level of the Deadweights, they're currently level 5. So this is going to be a bit of a snooze fest to watch, viewers, but it's important. We are going to make your character, get all the options out of the way, bump them up to level 5, and then from there we'll figure out where you want to belong.
Okay.
And if you want to see what's going on, I'm trying to make it to where your character sheet is available on the stream.
Okay.
If you do not want your character sheet available on the stream, let me know and I will do otherwise.
No, that's fine. I don't care.
Okay, just want to make sure. Which of the names did you want to go with?
I have chosen Airalas.
All right, how would I spell that?
Airalas.
Airalas. All right. Do they have a last name?
No, I didn't think that far.
I mean, that's fine.
Maybe later.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we find out.
Yeah. Because we're starting off with the character sheet that you and I already worked with, we have a lot of good foundational stuff that has already been established. We have for example, your skill proficiencies, once again, just to remind you, is going to be animal handling. So you're good at trying to communicate with animals or calm them down, or work with them in any way. Arcana is an intelligence-based skill. You are excellent at recalling all sorts of different types of magic of the world of Sparrows. You're kind of decent at history as well. You can recall some things about the world of Sparrows when it comes to its history. You're quite good at insight, so you're able to kind of get the vibes off of people, whether they mean well-intentioned, whether they're lying, etc. And then the last proficiency you have is nature. This is also an intelligence-based class, or an intelligence skill that just kind of goes over your knowledge of different types of natures, terrains, animals, beasts within the world of Sparrows. Those are all of your proficiencies, and naturally those are not all of the skills, but those are the ones that you excel in quite well.
Okay.
Just to we're gonna go over everything once more, just in case you want to swap something out.
Okay.
So you are a druid. You are level 1. So I do not believe you have your subclass yet. But we're going to be working on that very, very soon.
You'll probably hear my dogs bark. I'm very sorry.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. You are an elf.
Yes.
Did you want to stay an elf?
Yes.
Okay. I will mention that I don't know why it didn't show up last time, but there were a few classes or a few races that were not showing up. But I guess we can talk about them later. You are as a druid, you are a caster. A little caster girl that does all sorts of nifty little spells, but you can also shapeshift into animals. So for casting, your statistic is wisdom, and that seems to be decently high right now. And last time we chatted, you had picked out a pretty good array of spells for your first level.
Yes.
All right. So with that in mind, do you have any questions about level 1 before we start going up to level 2? And not every level is going to be really complex. But some will be.
I think I'm good with level 1. We can go level 2.
Alrighty. Let me blink. Wow, you're level 2. Wow. You have, with level 2, you have more level 1 spells, which again, leveled spells are finite, but they are usually powerful compared to your cantrips, which are basically infinite.
Okay.
Then you also have your, I believe you didn't have this before. Ah, yes. With level 2, you get your wild shape. Essentially, you might have to do a little bit of reading. It looks a little scary, but essentially, wild shape is the ability for you to shapeshift into type of beasts. But you are limited based on what kind of druid you are and what level you are.
Okay.
For example, at the moment, you cannot. I'm fairly certain you cannot be a flying girl, but essentially, when you become a druid and you wild shape and you turn into a beast, you get a little bit more boost to your HP, which is always pretty nice. And you have like the brute force statistics of your beast change. So like your strength and your dexterity, those sorts of things change depending on what kind of beast you are. However, because you are a druid and you are wild shaping, you are able to keep your intelligence, your wisdom, and your charisma. So you do not like lose yourself. Like for example, if someone gets polymorphed into like a T-Rex or something, right? They lose it all. Like they become like the brains of a T-Rex. They kind of still get who's like their ally and who's not. But other than that, like they are dumb as rocks and hit hard.
Okay.
I will mention that when you are in like your wild shape, you are not able to cast spells. However, if you cast a spell that stays up for a while, aka requires you to concentrate on that spell, and then you wild shape, that spell stays up.
Okay.
And then I can go into a few details later about like the practicality of like objects and things that you wear and whatnot.
And what kinds can I change into? I can change into anything or specific ones?
It has to be a beast, and it has to be a like for now. It is, and also I also need to read up because we're doing 2024 rules, and they changed druids quite significantly, I believe, in 2024. So apparently 4 beast forms, which is already different. And there's a beast stat block, so we'll have to look for that. And they have to have a challenge rating of a quarter. And challenge rating, that doesn't matter too much to most any like players. That kind of matters to me in like figuring out how strong these encounters are going to be. And it also has the lack of fly speed. Okay. So, for example, like the ideas it gives you are rat, riding horse, spider, and wolf.
Okay.
I will say, I'm kind of gonna admin account override a rule here already. So because it's not going to be on your form, but it's something you will have to remember.
Okay.
And that is 2 things. One, I don't really care for that like 2024 tells you how many beast forms you know. I don't like that at all. So as long as you know of the beast and you're able to change into it without like the challenge rating or the lack of fly speed, stuff like that, as long as you're able to as long as you have seen or know the beast and are able to change into it, you know that form. Okay. So we're gonna get the weird max form. I mean, I'm sure there's reasons for it, but I don't like it. And secondly, there are beasts that may be familiar to you that you'd like Sarah, but not familiar to your character. And there will be beasts that you encounter along your travels, and as long as you encounter those beasts, you can kind of have the chance later as you level up to become said beasts. And I will say that I do take some stat blocks and some inspiration in the World of Sparrows. there are beasts that are essentially from Monster Hunter that do show up in the world. So there is a chance for you to be Monster Hunter monsters, essentially.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are the two things, because like those two things will not be in your rules. So those are things that you'll just have to kind of remember with me.
Oh well, I have a notebook.
Hey, perfect. Sounds good.
I am taking notes.
Hey, awesome. And apparently, you have a new thing called a Wild Companion. You can summon a nature spirit that assumes an animal form to aid you. As an action, you can expend a spell slot or a use of Wild Shape, and you can cast Find Familiar without the material components, which is pretty good.
Okay.
So essentially, material components. There are some spells that are pretty strong, and the way that you limit their usage is not only by making them finite, but also requiring like certain types of physical components that the spell either requires to like channel the magic into, or to like consume the spell to consume as sort of a payment, if you will. So, for example, typically, Find Familiar every time you cast it costs 10 gold worth of like incense, like rich incense. However, because of your druid, your wild companion ability, from what I'm reading here, this is new to me as well. Because of your wild companion ability, you do as long as you use a spell slot or one of your wild shapes to cast Find Familiar, you do not need 10 gold worth of incense, which is pretty darn cool.
Woohoo.
It might matter later, but like your familiar has a type that when you cast it, and typically you can choose. But if you cast, if you summon your familiar in the way that the druids do, your familiar is a type of fae. So they are from they originate from someplace in the Feylands, and they will disappear when you finish a long rest.
Okay.
Alrighty. And then Find Familiar. It automatically gives you Find Familiar as a spell, and we did kind of already talk about that last time. I think that was one of the spells you did choose. So I think we'll try to find a way to get you an extra spell because of that. But yeah, let's keep on going. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to go on about it.
Okay.
Oh, also, I will say, I will give you the opportunity. So when you and I did our like kind of making this character offline, when we got to your stats, your strength, dex, con, intelligence, wisdom, all that kind of stuff. When we were assigning points, you and I did it by what is called a standard array, and where essentially like the game tells you what stat numbers you have, and you assign them to each statistic that you want. However,
right.
I'm fairly certain that I allowed the players of the Deadweights to roll stats with advantage, and the reason I didn't do that with you is because it was just going to be a lot of jumbled mess, and I didn't want it to be like overwhelming. So okay. I'll let you choose now, though. Now that we have time, would you like to keep your standard array, or would you like to try to roll for new stats? There's a chance. Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that there is a chance that your stats could get higher, and I will say that if you when I say roll with advantage, that means that you roll your stats twice, and you pick the better set of the two. Okay. And I will say I'm kind of a softie, and if you roll twice and both are dog water and they're worse than standard array, we will go back to standard array.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So let us give it a try. So we are going. Are you able to see the stream at the moment?
Yes.
Okay,
but
perfect.
It is however many seconds behind or whatever.
I gotcha. I mean, all right. So we are going to do our first roll, and I'll just let you know what they are. Okay. Boink. That's not too shabby, I must say. So you have a 17. A 10, a 13, a 14, a 9, and a 13. So in a way, this is this is a little bit better than standard. It's actually kind of infinitely better because you have a 17 base. Holy. And again, this is before you get the boosts from your background, because remember you got like a +2 and +1, right?
Right.
Yeah. So this is before that boost. So,
Okay.
would you like to keep this, or would you like to roll again?
If I roll again, I can't keep this, or I can.
No, yeah, you can choose to keep this if it's higher, higher
Okay.
than the next set. But
Then
I need to write this set down so I don't
I
forget
already
it.
wrote it. I already
Okay,
wrote it down.
okay, perfect,
Yep.
perfect. All right, good.
So yeah, go roll again. Let's see.
Wink. Wow, we actually, we got 17 again, which is kind of rare. And then you have 13, 12, 12, 11, and 9. So almost kind of the same. I think the first roll is just a tad better because you had a 14, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, so then I guess let's go with the first one.
Okay, so we will do this. So you have the stats before you. I no longer do. So let me know where you would like to assign each number to each stat.
What am I supposed to have better at again? Or
So
does it?
as a druid, your casting class is wisdom. So you use wisdom for like spell attacks, as well as like your insight, your perception, your animal handling, your like tracking of beasts and people. So wisdom's like one of the high priorities for sure. And then constitution, I always feel should be a decently high priority because that is how big your health bar is, and how good you can resist like diseases and afflictions.
Okay.
All right, so give me the stats that you chose again.
12, 9, 17, 13, 12, 11.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so I would recommend.
For wisdom to be wisdom and constitution need to be 2 of my
The
highest.
two of the highest, I would agree.
Okay. So then I guess I'll do my 17 for wisdom,
Sounds good. Okay.
and then I'll do the 13 for constitution.
Alrighty.
I'm going to go ahead and put the 9 on strength.
I think it's what we did last time, yeah.
Yeah. 11.
I think 11
On-
with charisma?
Yeah, I was going to say charisma. And then dexterity, intelligence, or 12s?
That looks right to me.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty solid. So the way I just set it up is that with your background sage, it allowed you to give either 3+1s to 3 different stats, or a +2 to 1 stat and +1 to 1 more. So what I did, and we can swap it out however you like, is I gave you +2 to wisdom and +1 to con. So now your con is a 14, which gives you your, or once again, even stats are what you're looking for, as it will bump up your modifier.
Okay.
So your con is now a 14, which gives it a +2 instead of a +1, and your wisdom is now almost at max at 19, giving it a +4.
Is that too much wisdom? Does that...
I personally think there's never too much wisdom, I think.
Okay.
But
great.
if you wanted to, you could, if you wanted to set up for like a later advancement, you could maybe do like 2 into wisdom and 2 into constitution and 1 into wisdom. So that would make that would keep your wisdom an 18, which still leaves it at a +4 because it's even, right? So and then your con is now a 15, which keeps it at +2 for now. But as you level up, there are certain levels where you can upgrade these yet again a little bit. So that would set you up to benefit later.
Okay.
So would you like to do would you like to do this one or the previous?
I think I like this one.
Hey, sounds good. Alrighty. So just once again, as a reminder, your strength is your weakest with a -1 modifier. Your dexterity is a +1 modifier. Your con +2. Your intelligence +1. your wisdom +4, and your charisma +0.
I am gonna. I'm writing. Give me a moment.
Yeah, you're all good. Also, are you in? I didn't think about this. Are you in the actual like Roll20 campaign yet? Did I invite you yet?
I don't know, but also I was writing and you took it away.
I was writing and I took what away. Oh, oops, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay, it's back. It's back. It's back.
It's okay. It's okay. Hacker voice.
Hacker
I'm
boy. Alrighty.
How do I? Where do I? What do?
Oh yeah, so it's gonna be a little overwhelming, but we'll take some time. This is actually pretty good for our session 0 to get you started on this. So you should see like the city of Terran in front of you, correct? Or are you just making your account and not in the actual game yet?
Wait. Okay, no, I bet it says launch game. That's what I'm doing, right? That's what I
Yeah.
click.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. That's what the session 0's for.
I said sorry.
Oh my god!
Okay, yes, I see the things.
Okay. So on the right side of your screen is a chat box, and you should see a myriad of symbols at the top. One that looks like a chat, one that looks like painting stuff, a book, and then more books.
Uh-huh.
You want to go to the singular book that says journal.
Okay.
And you can look for moon shoes, which is at the top.
It doesn't show me that.
That's correct, because I'm a silly boy, and I have to give you permission to see that. 1 second,
Okay.
please.
Please, sir, might I have permission?
No! Okay. So, let's go with, it is... I'm trying to AIS. How do you spell the rest of the name? Sarah.
What?
How do you spell your character's name again?
Oh, Airalas. Sorry, I was reading.
Airalas. That's right. Okay, so I will put that in all players' journals, and it can be edited by you and me. Boink.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if you have to refresh. Hopefully not. But now in your journal, you should be able to see
Yes.
your character.
Yes.
Okay, so we will try to do this. So if you left click on it, it should bring you up to your character sheet, like progressing in level. On my screen, we are at the very beginning. So
I have the same.
Okay, so click next until we get back to the stats, which is going to be step 4 of 9. Just double checking that that looks all according to board. I think that looks unchanged.
Yes.
Okay. Then we click next to go to feats. We're good on that. The only thing that we worry about now is going to the tab that's yellow instead of green, because you need to get new spells.
Okay.
And level 2, not too big of a deal when it comes to spells. You get to learn apparently one more spell.
Okay. And my list is the ones on the right? Or
So are you on the step 7 of 9 spells?
Yes.
Okay, so
it only has level 1.
Right, yeah, it's still going to be level 1 spells,
Okay.
but if you scroll on the left side, it'll show you like where you're getting your spells from.
I see. Select a spell. Okay, I didn't scroll all the way down. Okay.
And there are a myriad of choices for you to choose from.
Okay.
If you have any questions about any of these spells, let me know, and if you want recommendations, also let me know. We are big chillin'.
Yeah, go for recommendations. Let's do recommendations.
So, you are the only person besides their hired help, Diaga Aegis, wonderful girl, you are the only like way that someone could get healed by someone else that doesn't require potions. We have of course everyone has like a bit of a healing ability. Actually, that's incorrect. That's wrong. I'm sorry. Morphowl's character Terrence now has the ability to heal people as well. So I was wrong.
Okay.
If you wanted to be like, if you wanted to be a little bit more healy, Cure Wounds is always a good go-to. This is like you have to touch them. You have to. Well, no, I was laughing because I saw Morphowl. Kind of.
I see.
Okay, gotcha. So Cure Wounds always a good choice. Fairy Fire, all like another great choice because it allows, like, it greatly increases the chances of your allies to hit their attacks, and if you're dealing with someone that can turn invisible, they can no longer be invisible.
Okay. Let's I'll go for the invisible one.
Fairy Fire?
Yes.
Yeah. That's actually going to be really good too, because Fairy Fire is one of the spells that I was mentioning earlier that is a concentration spell. So essentially, once you cast this spell, it does not happen in an instant. It begins, and then you are concentrating on that spell for up to 1 minute. And essentially, if there is something that were to disrupt your concentration, like getting punched in the face can kind of disrupt your concentration on the spell, you'd think.
Right.
If you take damage, you have to do a Constitution saving throw to make sure that you're still focused enough to keep that spell up. If you fail, and we'll go into the metrics of it later once we actually get into that problem.
Okay.
But it has a range of 60 feet, so you can send it out 60 feet. And it essentially it's like this like beautiful dark, like, or this bright purple / pink, like fey like looking explosion of magical fire that does not do damage per se, but it does light up the things that cannot escape it. I will say, keep in mind, this does include your friends and you.
Okay.
It doesn't do damage, but if you don't care about that, then you can just like drop it on everybody on the battlefield to make everybody shiny.
Okay.
Alrighty. So Fairy Fire it is. Boom.
Okay.
I think that is all for level 2.
Okay.
So if we go all the way to the right, there should be step 9 of 9, review character. Please feel free to fill this out at any point. Either like if you want to do it online here on your character sheet, or if you want to do it in your journal, that's entirely up to you. But I think this is just really interesting stuff that like helps you kind of build your character and who they are.
Okay.
I guess while we're here, we are absolutely a woke campaign. So what is Airalas's pronouns?
I'm gonna go with she, they.
Okay, sounds good.
Interchangeable, no preference.
Sounds good. Alrighty, and just as a final reminder, you know Common, the Druidic, which is like the language of the Druids. You also know Elvish because you are an elf, and you also know Thieves' Cant from your experience in life at the moment.
Cool.
Alrighty, so then you'll go to the next step, and it should say build character. I don't know what happens if we both click on this button, but we're gonna.
You can go ahead and click.
We're gonna find out.
Oh, I should also click on the. Oh no, it did it once you clicked it.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah. See, good. All right. So now that you have a taste of what leveling up is like, would you like to do this one by one continuously, or do you want to jump to level 5 and get it all like going?
Let's jump to level 5.
Oh shit! All right. boink, boink,
YOLO.
boink.
As the old people say.
As them old fine folks. So
Back in my day.
now you have your ability to, at level 3, you got your ability to have a druid subclass. Now this one might take a little bit because this is pretty important. This sticks with you for the remainder of your character being a druid, which is the entirety of their life unless something crazy happens. So, do you want me to just kind of go through what's available and how they work?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so, Circle of Dreams is a really cool support subclass, in which you buff your allies and keep them safe in different ways. There are the Circle of Spores, which is more of a like damagey, like mushroom type of like mycelium themed sort of subclass.
Okay.
Circle of Stars, my personal favorite. They are fantastic in almost everything that they do. Circle of Stars is one of the more later subclasses, and they are one of the few druids that does not wild shape too much, because instead of wild shaping, they turn into what is called their starry form, in which they become kind of like sort of like see-through and like celestial looking, and depending on what constellation you choose during your transformation, depends on what kind of output you do. Okay. You can be a ranged damage dealer. You could be someone that keeps concentration on their spells really well. You could be someone that heals like crazy good.
Okay.
Circle Stars, I always will vouch for. But I do not want that to be like the choice that you make just because I'm glazing it so much. I like
Okay.
it. Circle of Wildfire, I've always wanted to make one, and I've never been able to. Circle of Wildfire is essentially you are a druid that is about the resetting of nature in a natural way. For example, using like forest fires to kind of not destroy everything, but to sort of reset nature.
Okay.
I do remember that Circle of Wildfire, I believe, gives you a companion that is, I think, made entirely of fire. And it's like a little firefox or something, which is funny.
Okay.
There is the Circle of the Land. The Circle of the Land is essentially kind of if you want, like, I want to be a druid, but I also want to be like a full spellcaster. Like, I want to care about my spells, and that's about it. Then Circle of the Land's typically what you go for. It gives you a few more like buffs and abilities that help your spellcasting.
Okay.
Moon Druid, like one of the most popular circles in the entirety of the Druid subclass. Moon Druids are more fixated on the wild shape, in the sense that when you wild shape, you have, for example, if you wild shape right now, if you were to wild shape at this moment, you would have to adhere to the regular druid rules, which are like increased challenge rating, can't fly, like stuff like that. Circle of the Moon gets buffed a little bit to where you can choose beasts that are much tougher, have a higher challenge rating, or CR is what we're going to call it, CR.
Okay.
So Moon Druid always good, and also there may be another wild shape rule that we change because I don't particularly like it, but we'll see. Okay. Circle of the Sea is incredibly new to me. I do not know too much about it, except it's probably like Aquaman, the subclass, is my guess.
Okay.
Circle of the Shepherd, I love. I feel like it's kind of a niche, but Circle of the Shepherd is essentially the subclass that is more focused on like summoning a bunch of animals to your aid and your allies' aid.
Okay.
And for some reason, their Circle of the Stars is on here again. That's pretty cool. So, if you have any questions about any of these, I am very, very much down to look into them. And I'm pretty sure if I click on like one of them, it'll give me somewhere what they do. Oh God, oh no, oh Lord. Okay, well, we're not doing that. All right.
Okay.
back to the comfortable.
I think so. I did watch a few videos earlier today about
Ooh,
all of the subclasses,
hey.
and am I didn't know wildlife was one of them, actually. I
Oh, the
had only
wildfire.
seen, or yes,
Yeah. So
um,
some of these are
wildfire. Sorry.
in source books that are not inherently like base.
Okay.
They kind of came at a later time, like Xanathar's Guide to Everything. It came a little later. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, which is my favorite book, um, like came a little later. So they may have not
Okay.
picked those for that reason.
Okay. So I kind of liked spores because mushrooms, but I also like shepherd because animals.
True, true,
But
true.
I also like stars because stars. Um, can you guide me one direction or another?
Okay. I guess let's start with this. What this can you kind of describe Airalas and just give me some like little tidbits and facts about the character and like her like temperament, things like that.
Okay, I would say she can be easygoing in general, but can quickly become like irritable. But also like is like a fun guy, you know?
Just a fun little guy.
She's just a fun guy to be around.
That's awesome.
Unless you piss him off and then they're not a fun guy so much. But mushrooms are interesting to them for sure.
Okay.
For one reason or another.
All right. And then let me give you a very quick scenario. And I kind of want you to just think as Airless would do and give me the answer that way.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
So, Airless, you are walking down one of the streets in the Kingdom of Terran, and you turn a corner in an alley, and um, there is a vagabond, an individual that is not an unhoused individual, with a dog. Both of them are lying on the ground, looking up in fear at an individual that seems to be a bandit, who is shouting at them to give them what they got, or essentially face some sort of punishment. What is
Uh-huh.
Airless's first thought? What is the first priority in Airless's situation here?
Bad guy go down.
Bad guy go
Gotta
down.
gotta bad guy go down. So I feel like I would almost have no reaction and just as I turn just straight to business, walking up, no nothing, grab bandit by neck, slam into wall,
Ooh,
say get out of
okay.
here.
So not only are you thinking immediately to like the way to dispel the situation is through brute force, but you mean to do so in their face.
Yes.
Okay.
No hesitation.
Well, I will say it was not one of your options, but the class that does that, the subclass that does that the best and the most by far is Circle of the Moon.
Hmm.
I will say that.
Okay.
However, if you're looking for something that's like all offense and still can get in people's faces, Circle of Spores is a pretty decent option. What is Airless's thoughts on things returning to life?
Man, I should have probably thought about some things. Uh,
Hey, that's what session 0 for, baby.
so I would say they're neither like they've never seen it happen before. But if they saw it occur, they would believe that it is possible?
I mean,
Is that
you have heard stories, and
okay?
if we're sticking to kind of the background that Airless had in our like session point 5, if you will, are we
Uh-huh.
still wanting to come from the Silver District?
Yes.
Okay, then there are a lot of supernatural anomalies that come out of the Silver District that expand not just the material plane, but all other planes of existence that happen to be in the world of Sparrows. And one of those is a terrifying world called the Mirrored Realm. Um, and if you wanted to do more research into it, in my lore, it is called the Mirrored Realm. In Wizards of the Coast, that like its equivalents in Wizards of the Coast would be the Shadowfell.
Okay.
It is essentially like Silent Hill, the world, where like there's not a lot of like there's just a lot of like grayscale fog, like devoid of life, and just like all sorts of strange and dangerous things come from the Mirrored Realm.
Okay, now that my brain cells have been activated
Oh,
and
welcome back. Okay.
my gears are churning,
Mhm.
can I change my reaction to the situation? Because I
Absolutely.
think, okay. So if I had known like what would be possible, I guess. So like let's say, and you can tell me if this is possible or not.
Mhm.
So like I turn the corner
Mhm.
and I guess do I already have a pet with me all the time? A dog, a familiar, a cat, a something?
Yeah, by default, it does not matter what subclass you choose. You do have the choice to have a companion already,
Okay.
like a familiar.
So I'm gonna say my companion is like a wolfy looking dog,
Okay,
burly but still scruffy.
gotcha.
And so I turn the corner, I look at dog, I do a little whistle, and dog runs at bad guy.
Ah,
Does that put me into shepherd?
that does indeed put you into the circle of shepherd.
All right.
Uh,
I think I want to go with that.
Alrighty, so let us see if it'll show us all the different things that you can learn from Circle of Shepherd. Actually, in fact, I kind of want to. We'll jump to 4 and 5 eventually, but I think for now we're jumping from level 2 to level 3 just because level 3 is where you get your subclass, and it's a big deal to know all this kind of stuff by itself, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's see. Speech in the Slytherin. Oh, okay, so because you... Very interesting. Oh, so you get your subclass at level 2, my bad. So because you are a shepherd, a circle of the shepherd, you have a closer tie to and this kind of makes sense. You have a closer tie to the realm known as the Feylands. And the Feylands is... Although all different planes of existence have supernatural anomalies that happen in the Silver District is definitely tied to the Phalanx the most. And it is like the most prominent thing that seems to like sprout out when it comes to like the dangers and troubles. With that, you are now proficient in the language of Sylvan, which is the language of the Phalanx. It's like very, very ancient. It's like Latin to English as Sylvan to Elvish, if you will.
Okay.
Additionally, and I do need
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 languages. I am so smart.
Yeah. Additionally, you now have a spirit totem. Like I kind of think of these as like the old totems from like shamans in World of Warcraft. Starting at second level, you can call forth nature spirits to influence the world around you. As a bonus action, you can magically summon an incorporeal spirit within 60 feet. The spirit creates an aura with a 30-foot radius around its point. And then as a bonus action, you can move this spirit up to 60 feet. It lasts a minute, and you can use it once again after a short or a long rest. So once per rest, you can basically use this.
Okay.
And depending on what spirit you summon, depends on like what type of help you give your party. So, for example, you can summon the spirit of a bear, and essentially, each creature of your choice in this aura, when the bear appears, gets temporary hit points, a pretty decent amount too. It looks like, and then additionally, any of your allies, including you, that are in the aura, gain advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. That's actually pretty strong. Damn. If you do not choose bear, another choice. There are 3 choices here. The second is the hawk. A hawk spirit aids you with and your allies with keen sight. When a creature makes an attack roll against a target in the spirit's aura, you can use your reaction to give them advantage on that attack roll. So, and we'll kind of go into this a little bit, but in combat, there are a few different types of quote-unquote actions that can be taken per turn. And one of the only ones that can happen outside of your turn is a reaction. And that's basically kind of like you've activated my trap card sort of deal.
Okay.
So essentially, like if one of the Deadweights is whiffing all their attacks, I won't say who. You can use your reaction to give them advantage on an attack roll. And then additionally, you and your allies have advantage on perception checks while in the aura, which is actually pretty big. Perception allows you to see things that may have been hiding, see things that are out of the ordinary. Perception is just one of the best, like one of the most used skills in D&D.
Okay.
And then lastly, there is the spirit of the unicorn. The unicorn spirit lends its protection to those nearby. You and your allies gain advantage on all ability checks made to detect creatures in the spirit's aura. In addition, if you cast a spell using a spell slot that restores hit points to any creature inside or outside of the aura, each creature of your choice within the aura also regains hit points equal to your druid level. Wow.
Goodness.
So yeah, essentially, if you're in your aura and you heal like anybody, then everyone that is a friend that is in the aura heals a little bit as well, which seems kind of crazy actually. That seems pretty strong. So yeah, this seems like overall pretty alright for a spirit totem. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
We already did this. Oh no. You also get a new ability called Speech of the Woods. At second level, you gain the ability to converse with beasts and many fae. You can learn, read, and write Sylvan. We've talked about that. In addition, beasts can understand your speech, and you gain the ability to decipher their noises and motions. That's actually pretty cool. I did not know that. Most beasts lack the intelligence to convey or understand sophisticated concepts, but a friendly beast could relay what is seen or heard in recent past. This ability does not grant you friendship with these beasts, though you can combine this ability with gifts to curry favor with them as you would with any non-player character. So that's actually really cool. Okay. You can just chat with beasts whenever the heck you want for free. That's kind of cool.
All right.
You find familiar, wild companion, wild shape. We already have all these. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have any questions about anything that you've seen about the subclass so far?
No. I'm
Perfect.
Good.
Alrighty. And now we are back on the spells. And now, because you are level 3, you now have access to level 2 spells. And you can choose. It looks like you can choose one. So if you're looking at it as I am, when you scroll all the way down on the spells page, there's the selections 0 of 1, druid level 2 spells, and it says select a spell.
Yes.
When you click on it, you'll have the whole drop down. On the top left, there is like a thing that says first and second. I would recommend that you left click X on the first, so that way the only thing that shows up are second level spells right now.
Okay.
And unfortunately, it looks like a lot, mainly because there is, but also because it's showing you both like the player's handbook from 2024 and 2014. So there are a lot of like repeat spells.
Okay. Do you want to just go through them kind of like you were doing last time and then I choose, or?
I very much can, if you would like me to.
Okay. Yes.
Alrighty. So the first one is Aid. Essentially, this is a very quick spell that lasts for essentially the rest of the day. You and a couple other buddies of yours get higher maximum HP, which is always good. Makes you just a little stronger. Animal messenger. Essentially, this is like a beast that you can summon, and kind of like Gandalf whispering to the moth, like
Okay.
you summon it and you send it out, and it'll go looking for the person that you send it to.
Okay.
It does have statistics on how long it takes for this beast to travel. It is not instant. but it's a pretty interesting
Okay.
spell. Augury. This is you kind of. This is kind of like what a seer would do, sort of. Kind of communing with a deity or with nature to kind of ask about like what's going to happen in the future, and you may get kind of a generic answer like weal for good, woe for bad, things like that.
Okay.
Barkskin, overall pretty darn good. This is for you to be a little tankier. Essentially, it like gives you this bark like armor, and it makes your armor class 17, which is pretty high by itself. And it does seem to last for an hour, which is pretty good. Beast Sense. Essentially, if you touch a beast, you can then, for the next hour, perceive through the beast's senses as well as your own.
Okay.
Continual Flame. This is essentially just a flame that requires no fuel, and it produces no heat. So it's just basically like a flame that won't die out.
Okay.
Dark Vision. I don't know if you. I'm fairly certain you have Dark Vision, but if you tap a willing creature and cast this spell, if they do not have Dark Vision, you give them a pretty good amount of Dark Vision, more than normal actually.
Okay.
Dust Devil. Dust Devil. You summon a little dust tornado. It's kind of it's cool. I think it's kind of lame.
Okay.
Earthbind. Earthbind is essentially you're using nature to like summon up like magic to keep something in place. It does have to make a saving throw, and if it fails, it's basically just kind of not only is it stuck in place, but if it is a flying creature, this spell will start bringing it down to the ground. So if there's like an annoying little jerk that's being like up in the air, being kind of a nuisance, then you can use this and drag them down to your party's level.
Okay.
Enhanced ability, a pretty good one. This is a concentration spell, lasts for an hour, and basically you choose one of the 6 stats, and then for the next hour, whoever you cast the spell on has advantage on all ability checks of that chosen ability.
Okay.
Enlarge Reduce. This allows you to make someone large or make someone small. There's some benefits for each one.
Make someone small.
You can make someone small. And it could actually be an unwilling creature. They have to make a saving throw, and if they fail it, then they're turned to whatever size you choose.
Okay.
Find traps. Magically find traps. Pretty straightforward on that one. Flame Blade. You're able to summon a fiery weapon in your hand. And it allows you to do a little bit more melee damage, more than you typically would. Flaming Sphere allows you to summon a giant ball of fire that can kind of just move around slowly move around the battlefield and like ram into people and burn them. Pretty nifty. Gust of Wind, basically just like this, you create this massive line of strong winds that can like push people pretty far away. It can extinguish like flames. It can do a decent amount of stuff.
Okay.
Healing Spirit. This one it kind of allows you to summon a nature spirit of your choice that kind of chills in an area. And then as a bonus action, you can move it to different areas, and essentially it becomes kind of like a little fount of minor healing, where if allies go to it and interact with it, they can heal for a little bit.
Okay.
Heat Metal, a druid classic, allows you to use magic to begin turning a certain type of any type of metal into red hot glowing heat. And, like, for example, if it's a weapon that an enemy is holding, they either have to immediately let go and still take some fire damage, or they have to keep on holding it, and then you can continuously deal damage to them every turn. And as long as they're holding it or wielding it or a part of it, they have disadvantage on certain rolls.
Okay.
Hold Person, pretty strong spell. This allows you to use magic to paralyze people for a very short duration. They have to make a saving throw, but if they fail, they are paralyzed until your concentration is broken or that minute is up.
Okay.
Lesser Restoration. This allows you to like touch a creature and end a condition if they are blinded, if they're deafened, if they're paralyzed, or if they're poisoned. Oh, and they made it a bonus action now. That's nice. Locate animals or plants. Describe or name a specific type of beast, plant, creature, or non-magical plant. You learn the direction and distance to the closest creature or plant of that kind within 5 miles, if any are present. Pretty nifty.
Okay.
Locate object, kind of the same thing, but instead of 5 miles, it's 1,000 feet, and it's instead of creatures, it is a particular object. Moonbeam, another essential druid spell. You basically, I mean, it's Moonbeam. It's like druids from WoW. You summon,
Right.
like you microwave their ass.
Yeah.
It like you center it on somebody, and it starts microwaving them, and they can leave the area, but they're going to get hurt first. And if they do not do well in their saving throw, and they are not in their original form, it will force them out of the form that they are in, into their original form.
Okay.
Pass Without a Trace. This is another another foundational druid spell. Essentially, this one is an aura, a magical aura that sticks on you and follows you, and it basically like magically removes all like trace of you guys and like makes your steps lighter. While anyone is in the aura, you and each creature that you choose have a +10 to stealth checks, which is pretty cray-cray. It lasts up to an hour. Protection from poison. You touch a creature, and if they were poisoned, no, they're not. And then for the next hour, they'll have advantage against being poisoned, and they have resistance to the poison damage. So spelled just for like, hey, fuck you, poison. Spike growth. This is I would say this is another pretty foundational. Like, this is a damage dealer for druids. You essentially create a dangerous area of like thorny spikes within a large radius, and when a creature moves within it, they constantly take damage until they get out of it. I've seen some pretty nasty combos with this one. And then Summon Beast. This is the first spell, I think, besides Find Familiar, that has a material cost that matters. Like, most every spell's going to have a material cost, but most of them are going to say, like, a feather. And we're going to say that you have, like, the regular stuff. But the things you're looking for is, like, for example, for this one, you also need a Gilded Acorn that's worth 200 gold.
Oh.
Blah! I lost it. No! But because you're level 5 and you're a little bit behind on loot, we could possibly make that, like, the loot that you have picked up. Because the Deadweights, they got a little bit of money. They've got some stuff ahead. You call forth with Summon Beast. You call forth a bestial spirit. The thing about this one is that it does have its own stat block, so you would have to keep a note of that. It's a specific stat block. And then you can choose air, land, or water, and the creature resembles an animal of choice that is native to that environment. And then the creature disappears when it drops to 0 hit points or the spell ends. It is an ally to you and your friends. And then in combat, it like takes its turn with you immediately after you. And it obeys your verbal commands. But if you don't give any,
Okay.
it'll protect itself essentially.
Cool.
Right. So do you have any questions about these?
That's all of them? Okay.
For
Cool.
second level,
Okay,
yes.
so I wrote down ones that I liked as you went.
Perfect.
I think. Okay, so do I have the chance to get any of these at other levels, or is it just?
No, yeah, like you'll probably get like at least one or two more of these, like before we're done with this.
Okay. Then I want to do heat metal
Solid choice.
and
Boink.
locate object.
Okay. At the moment, just I mean, you're gonna pick more later, so keep the locate object in mind.
Oh. Just one. Got it. Heat metal.
Alrighty. And we'll come back to your. We'll come back to the stuff that you have starting equipment wise. Build character. Okay, so now we're gonna level up. You're at level 3, and now we're gonna bump you up to level 5.
Okay.
Oh. Screw it. You're keeping it pretty well. So at level 4, you remember how I mentioned that there are some levels where you'll get to increase your stats? Level
Yes.
4 is one of them. You can either, and we'll get to it. You can either level up some of your abilities a little bit, or you can gain what is called a feat. And feats are really cool because they can do all sorts of little nifty little things that are niche that you could not do otherwise.
Okay.
So we'll get to that in a second. And you'll also get to get some more level 2 spells. And then additionally, at level 5, I don't know what this is, Wild Resurgence. Once on each of your turns, if you have no uses of Wild Shape left, you can give yourself one use by expending a spell slot. Oh, that's nice. No action required. In addition, you can expend one use of Wild Shape to give yourself a level 1 spell slot, but you cannot do this again until you finish a long rest. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
That's pretty nice. I actually like that.
Cool.
And then additionally, you're going to have access to 3rd level spells.
Okay.
But we'll go one at a time. Okay. So
starting the level 4 one?
Yeah. So first is the feat. So you can either go kind of easy and choose your ability score improvement, which is essentially ability score improvement is you improving your ability scores. But then there are a myriad of feats that do their own sort of like really cool abilities, and some of them do give you a +1 to like a stat. Not all of them, but some of them. Let me see. So, I'll give you just some examples of some of the things you can do as for feats. For example, there's Chef. You gain proficiency with cooking utensils, and you get an ability where you can basically make little temporary hit point biscuits that you can give to people. And
Cookies, like a warlock.
Yeah. And also, it'll let you level up either Constitution or Wisdom once.
Okay.
Oh, that is another thing, is that because the way we set it up earlier, your Constitution is at 15, so you only need a +1 to bump it up to 16 to give yourself that little boost, if you will.
Okay.
Oh,
did I do something?
I'm not sure.
I might have. I'm sorry.
You're good. No, what did I do?
I'm sorry. No, it was me. I'm not gonna click anything anymore.
Oh. Work with me.
Sorry.
All right.
What did I do? I'm so sorry.
You're good. I'm trying to figure out what happened here. It's like,
I know.
Here, let me do this.
Should I just close it? Do I need to close it?
No, I think I got it.
Oh. No, you got it, because my screen moved.
Okay, good. I've never seen it happen before. It was like I was trying to click on a tab and it was like and closed it.
It keeps saying unable to access compendium data. Try logging out and back in, which is why I was clicking things.
Interesting. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
So I guess first and foremost, do you want to kind of go through some of the feats that would benefit you, or would you like to just go for ability score improvements? I will say
Um,
that you will not get a chance to look at feats like this or improve your ability scores again until level 8. So it's every 4 levels essentially.
and I can either choose a feat or do the ability.
Correct.
Okay. It looks like there's a lot of feats.
A lot.
So let's go ahead and do ability score improvement for now.
Okay.
And I'll leave the feat for later when I can look at all of them.
Sounds good. I will say, because I play like the Deadweights is in my world of Sparrows, which is like constantly getting bigger, and like the world is continuously being built. And because it's kind of a vast world of not only just the material plane but other planes outside of it, and like the story that you guys are on, this campaign could go for a very long time. So you guys will not level up as much as you probably would like to. Just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Um, but starting off at level 5 is pretty. It gives you a pretty good option for a lot of stuff. You won't be bored for a hot minute.
Okay.
All right, so let's do our ability score improvement.
Okay.
So you can either increase one of your ability scores by 2, or you can increase 2 of your ability scores by 1.
Let's do 2 of them by 1.
Okay.
And can I do charisma and constitution so they're even? Is
You
that
you definitely could.
that Okay.
So Constitution, that would bump you up to a +3 in Con, which is good. That automatically like bumps up your health. And then Charisma would move you from a +0 to a +1. So you're pretty good at almost everything except for strength stuff.
Which is fine, right? I
Yeah, I mean,
have others that
I
can
would.
be strong.
Yeah, you got some strong boys.
I got some beefy boys.
I mean, overall, you have a pretty well-rounded team.
Okay.
Like the only thing is that like there's not that much like supportiness. It's a lot of damage dealing. You're like the Deadweights pack a punch.
Good, as we should.
Yeah.
As we should.
So skills are still good, and now spells. So let's see what else you get. So, you get an additional druid cantrip, which is the infinite spells that you can get.
Okay.
I would recommend. There's like a decent amount of these. I think we already got Starry Wisp. I remember that.
Oh, the ones I already have picked are checked, I would assume.
Actually, no, I don't think they are.
They might be for me.
Oh, that's good.
I have
Yeah.
Starry Wisp, Spare the Dying,
Mhm.
and Produce Flame.
Mm-hmm. And then you also
Okay.
apparently have Light and Druidcraft, which is pretty cool.
Okay. And then I pick one more.
Yeah.
What is, oh, okay. I saw something about this. What is shillelagh?
Oh, we talked about this a little bit. Yeah, so this essentially,
Yes.
like, if you have like a club, a cane, or just kind of like a stick in your hand, Shillelagh allows you to imbue it with magic to make it to where instead of bonking them on the head with strength, which is what you would usually do, you'd be bonking them on the head with your wisdom instead.
Oh, let's do that.
Hey, sounds good. And then another level 2 spell. You said last time that you wanted one of the locates, correct?
Yes.
Was it locate object or locate beast, animals or plants?
Object. I feel as if this group might have trouble finding objects
I mean,
sometimes.
I will say that there is no wizard or artificer in this group, so there are no classes in this group that are based on intelligence. Is the
Right.
way I will put it. um, but I mean, like overall, they've been pretty good. But yeah, this could work.
Okay.
And I could give you a little tidbit that I learned from one of my buds about how like this can be utilized for your allies as well.
Okay.
And then lastly, you get to choose 2 level 3 druid spells.
Okay.
And I think after we choose these and we build the character, I think you are prepared for like a little session, a little short session.
Okay.
But I'll leave it up to you if you actually want to do a session today, or if you want to save that for when we play next week.
How long do you think that would take?
It'd be up to you. I'm big chillin', honestly.
Well, I have to wake up at 3:45, so usually 9 is when I start to settle in, do the routine, have my rot time.
Okay. I will let you know ahead of time that most of our sessions run to about 10 p.m. or 11 p.m.
See, as long as I plan it, I can work it in. I
Oh,
can make it happen.
okay,
You know?
perfect. Okay, so
Even though I'm 30, I can still stay up late sometimes, I promise. I
okay.
stayed up playing League until like 6 in the morning the other day, so I'm
Oh,
still a gamer, I swear.
oh no, dude. League?
I
No,
know,
kidding.
it's devastating.
Okay, so what we
To
can
be
do is
fair, it was just ARAM. Sorry, go ahead.
no, you're good. You're good. So what we can do now is we can finish building up your character, answer any questions that you do have,
Okay,
either about your character or about the world's lore or anything, and then we can call it there and continue your introduction next week.
cool.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Alrighty. So it leaves me some time to play Dead by Daylight. Yeah. No.
I want to play Dead by Daylight. I do. I've been looking. I keep getting things popping up telling me about the killers, and it's being recommended on my YouTube. It's coming for me. I know
Yeah,
it.
we're a monster now. We have almost everybody except for Jason. But I think we're gonna get Jason. I feel it. But anyways, back to the 3rd level spells. So 3rd level is when like spells start to really pop off,
Okay.
and can do kind of some pretty crazy stuff. So we'll kind of go through these because it's pretty important that you like what you choose here. So,
Okay.
Aura of Vitality. This is a concentration spell, but essentially it's this celestial aura that emanates in a 30-foot radius around you, and it stays with you.
Okay,
Um,
pause for a second. Sorry. You have a different list than I do. Is there a reason for that?
because I went to the druid level spells, right? And then there's on the top left, there's first, second, and third.
Right. So I have that.
Okay.
But I have 26 results and you have 38. Does that say 38? 38 results. Is
It
it
may be
because
it may be because I have access. I bought some access to some of the books specifically on Roll20. So there may be things that I have in this inventory that you may not have access to, which is interesting because
Okay.
I could have sworn that as long as you're part of this campaign, you'd be able to see what I have.
See, I thought so too, but then it wasn't occurring, but I wasn't sure. But that's fine. I can still see it.
Okay. Um. Yeah. To continue. So Aura Vitality. Um. When you create the aura, and at the start of each of your turns, as long as the aura persists, you can
Uh-huh.
restore 2d6 hit points to one creature. So it basically is just passive healing, which is pretty nice.
Okay.
Call lightning. You summon a storm. As long as there is room for it on the battlefield, you can summon a storm. And basically once per turn, you can have a lightning bolt shoot down and smite people.
Okay.
Um, it's pretty good. I must say, pretty darn good. Conjure animals. The bane of my existence as a DM. Maybe they changed it in 2024, but essentially you conjure like a certain amount of spirits,
Okay.
intangible animals in an occupied space. Well, I'll see if they changed it in 2024. The pack lasts for the duration, which is 10 minutes, and you choose the spirit's animal's form, which is wolves, serpents, or birds. Okay, it's already different. You have advantage on strength saving throws while you're within 5 feet of the pack. And when you move on your turn, you can also... This is very different. You can also move the pack up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. Whenever the pack moves within 10 feet of a creature you can see, and whenever a creature you can see enters a space within 10 feet of the pack, you can force that creature to make a dex saving throw. And on the failed save... Okay. So... Conjure animals used to be the bane of my existence as a DM, because it basically allowed you to summon like the big go-to for a lot of my players. Yeah, 7,000 fucking pigeons, eat this, man. That's basically the spell, how it was. It was the bane of my existence because, like, at the very least, you could summon like 8 giant owls. And so now the entire party has not only owl companions to help them in a battle, but now they all have the ability to fly because these owls are flying and they're large. It was it was the bane of my existence. But now it seems that now it's like kind of like it almost sounds like one of those like dust clouds in like the old cartoons when they start beating the shit out of each other. It sounds kind of like that. Like they're just all kind of going crazy, and then if there's someone nearby, it like pulls them into like take some damage, which is it's 3d10 slashing damage. That's pretty high, but that completely changes what Conjure Animals is. So keep that in mind. Daylight, you're able to sunlight. You just able to create the sun, the power of the sun in the palm of your hand. It does not do damage, but it sheds bright light and dim light for a far distance. And then also, if there is any magical darkness, or darkness in general, that is level 3 spell or lower, daylight like disintegrates it. It gets Thanos snapped.
Okay.
Dispel magic. This is a pretty good one. Essentially, you can choose a magical effect or an object or a creature, and you can attempt to dispel the magic that resides in that target. Naturally, if it's a higher level type of magic, you'll have to do an ability check and roll.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is a spell level of 3 or lower, you automatically dispel it.
Okay.
Very, very strong.
Okay.
Elemental weapon. This is basically like an enchantment, and allows you to enchant some sort of weapon that already exists, making it magical instead of a regular weapon. And it gives it a little bit more damage based on the nature type that you choose.
Okay.
Erupting earth. I think we'll. You basically create a little mountain, and creatures that are in that area have to make a saving throw or take a ton of damage. And then the area around that becomes harder to maneuver in.
Okay.
Feign death.
Am I a hunter?
I mean, not yet.
No, I mean, because of WoW.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Rangers will be what you're looking for as a hunter. Feign death. You can basically like cast this on yourself or someone else and basically make them look like they're dead. Very, very dead.
Mm-hmm. Like a possum.
Yeah. Flame arrows. You can. It does not summon arrows for you. That you have to touch a quiver that contains arrows or bolts, and then you magically make them light on fire.
Nice.
Meld into stone. This one's kind of a big words, huge, jumbled, disgusting looking paragraph, but essentially, you're able to kind of just like merge and meld and mesh into like existing stone that's around you.
Okay.
Plant growth. Oh, this is the casting time you use determines whether the spell has overgrowth or enrichment. Oh, this is different. Oh, wait a second. Um, the overgrowth option is you choose a point within range. All normal plants in a 100-foot radius sphere become thick and overgrown. A creature moving in that area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves, so a lot. It's more than difficult terrain. And then you can also exclude some areas you can exclude some parts within the spell's area from being affected. So you could basically kind of make like a little labyrinth maze if you wanted to, like a little maze of overgrowing vines if you needed to like get your friends out of a pinch. But there's also the option of enrichment. All plants in a half-mile radius centered on a point within range become enriched for 365 days. The plants yield twice the normal amount of food when harvested, and they can benefit from only 1 plant growth per year. Wow. Well, if you want to see the crops prosper, it's all you.
Okay.
Protection from energy. So basically, you can choose one type of damage, and for the next hour, you are resistant to that kind of damage.
Okay.
Revivify. This is one of the few spells that has a material cost. You need a diamond or diamonds worth 300 gold. And when you cast this spell consumes those diamonds.
Okay.
But if you use this on a creature that has died, like full on died within like the last minute, the creature comes back with 1 hit point.
Okay.
Ooh, wait a second. Oh, they might have changed this. I'm fair. I might be wrong, but like there used to be wording that was like if the soul is willing, it can come back and get revived. But this looks like it just gets revived. So you could even do this on enemies, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, if you use it and it's successful, of course, unless their soul is taken by something that like is like like higher priority, you know, like like something that diverts it from its original path that it was supposed to go, then of course that's not going to come back. But other than that, it would revive with 1 hit point. It cannot revive a creature that has died of old age, and it does not restore missing body parts. So you probably can't revive someone that got their head squished in.
Right.
Can confirm that has happened before. It was very unfortunate. Sleet Storm. You're able to create like a little sleet storm. It makes the area heavily obscured, so people cannot see things. Any flames in the area get doused. That area becomes difficult terrain. And probably one of the more important parts is that if a creature starts its turn in this storm or moves into this storm, they have to make a dex save or they're knocked prone and they automatically lose concentration on like the spell that they're keeping. So this is one of the few times where you can force someone to lose concentration like in a way like this without having to deal damage to them.
Okay.
A pretty good one. Speak with plants. This is one of my favorites as a DM. You speak with plants. You imbue plants in an immobile 30-foot emanation with limited sentience and animation, giving them the ability to communicate with you and follow your simple commands. You can question plants about events in the spell's area within the day, the past day, gaining information about creatures that have passed, weather, and other circumstances. You can also turn difficult terrain caused by plant growth, like thickets and undergrowth, into ordinary terrain. So you ask them to politely move out of the way, and they will. Or you can turn ordinary terrain where plants are present into difficult terrain. So you can make them like, hey, can you make it hard for those guys to get through? And they're like, sure! And then they'll do it.
Yeah.
The spell does not enable plants to uproot themselves and move about. I like that they had to specify this. I love D&D. The spell does not enable plants to uproot themselves and move about, but they can move their branches, tendrils, stalks for you. If a plant creature is in the area, you can communicate it with it as if you share a common language.
Cool.
Summon Fae. This is like your summon beast. but instead of the bestial stat block, it's a little stronger. It's a phase stat block. And it has a whole thing, but this is also a material cost. You need a gilded flower worth 300 gold. So this probably is one you're going to have to, like, come back to.
Okay.
Tidal wave, you basically just summon a giant wave in the air, and it comes crashing down on people. And anyone that is under that wave has to make a save. If they fail, they take a decent amount of bludgeoning damage, and they are knocked prone. And then it can like extinguish flames. It's like it's actual water, because like when it hits, it starts to spread out.
Okay.
But like whenever it's done spreading out, it does vanish. It doesn't stay forever.
Okay.
Wall of water. You can make a wall of water. Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. There's probably more to it, but
Okay.
Water breathing.
I can breathe underwater.
It grants up to 10 creatures of your choice to breathe water for the next day. So it's pretty good. And additionally, I don't know if we've chatted about this, but this is a ritual spell, and a ritual spell
it takes time, right?
Correct. Yeah, like you can either do it instantly and use the spell slot, or if you have time, you can use ritual. You can ritually cast it, which takes longer, but it will not use up the spell slot.
Okay.
I always like ritual spells. And then another, I think the last one is water. No, there's one more. Water walk, which is another ritual spell. Lasts for an hour, and you and up to 10 creatures can walk on water. Well, walk on liquid surfaces.
Okay.
Does not have to be water. I think it has to be... Yeah, water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand, or lava. But creatures crossing, like molten lava, can still take damage from the heat. It does not make them immune to it.
Okay.
And then lastly, wind wall, if it'll let me frickin' select it. It keeps scrolling up. It's a wall of wind. Wow. Oh my gosh, you're Yasuo. Wow.
I'm Yasuo.
Everybody hates you. No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you're playing him.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm having fun. So you have 2 choices here.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with speak with plants.
Yeah.
And I think I'm debating between conjure animals or plant growth.
Okay.
Can I be too planty, or will it matter? Should I grab conjure animals? Am I going to be able to get it another, or like, is it only right now? Or,
I mean,
you know what I mean?
At the moment, like whatever you choose here are the 2 third level spells that you'll know until you level up again, and you'll get access to a few more third level spells. But for now, until you guys level up, which is going to be a little bit, you're like what you choose now is what you're stuck with. But I think you can also, I think druids, unless they change it in 2024, druids may have the ability to prepare spells in certain ways to allow you to kind of mix and match. But I'll do a little research on that myself.
Okay. Let's go with conjure animals.
Sounds good. All right, so that's the 2 of them. That looks like everything here. Review character and build. Wow. Wow.
Woo.
Wow.
Wow.
Alrighty, so with that, you have now created your character. Wow.
Whee! Yay!
And this is the point where if you have any questions about your character, about the class, about mechanics, about the world, anything, feel free to ask. And if not, then we will be wrapping it up here soon, and do the session next week.
Okay, so I do have a few questions.
Absolutely.
Where are they now? Like looking at the map.
So although your character does not know this, am
I not supposed to know it? That's fine.
I mean, I'm okay with doing a little bit of a speaking.
I just
Um,
maybe want to know like what I'm gonna be going into, or like what am I just supposed to go in blind next week, or like what I
it
what do?
it kind of depends. Like technically, your character, the Deadweights are not exactly a known name. They're not a household name in the slightest at the moment.
Okay.
Their adventure is basically had just begun. They had been doing. I mean, you're able to see if you're in the spooky server Discord, right? Um,
Which I am.
there are session summaries in the Deadweights category.
Right.
If you ever want to do a little bit of reading, that kind of go over some of the stuff that they've been doing. But essentially, the Deadweights so far have been kind of unraveling, like doing quests, unraveling a strange mystery about like some sort of masks that seem to control people. Um, and now the Deadweights have found an individual that has been titled the Hero of Slumber, and apparently they are heroes of old that helped basically save the world about 500 years ago. Uh,
Is that one Anna?
it is Anna. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, Anna. Sorry.
Are you good? You good?
Okay.
So at the moment, they are Anna and the Deadweights are meeting with Lady Bassadin, the
Uh-huh.
guardian of the Kingdom of Terran, to kind of figure out what the heck's going on.
Right.
And I kind of have it to where, although it kind of doesn't make sense for you to jump from 1 to 5 where we left off, I would be best for the narrative for us to uh like kind of integrate you with the knowledge that you have from our session point 5, um
Okay.
in which you were in the Silver District, um and you were searching for this fabled mansion, and this crazed ranger, this drow,
Mm-hmm.
approached you,
Mm-hmm.
having lost their mind, and you sort of brought them back to reality. Whoops, there goes gravity. And you, this drow began to lead you to this supposed mansion and a different building called the Final Resting Place. On the way, you ran into an individual that seemed to be of a studious type, and he called himself Infermus. Um, and he seemed like he was studying the mansion as well. And you guys, at the moment, were outside of not the mansion, but the building, basically across the way from it. This
Right.
large tavern known as the Final Resting Place. Um, so, if you would like, that is kind of where I would like for you to start off. Um, on the next session, and it might take a little bit for your character to integrate with the Deadweights, because
Okay.
I want to kind of like transition, but I have kind of an idea of what's going to happen.
Okay, cool.
Um,
So then are we going to need to do more of like this, like one-on-one sessions before like I'm with them then?
no,
Okay.
unless you wanted to offline, that is up to you. However, I will say that this week is quite busy for me, so most likely what's going to happen is that we leave it here. And then at the beginning of next week's session, you'll kind of be listening in for a bit, and then I'll be like, Sarah, introduce yourself and what your character looks like, and that's when you'll be like integrated into like the physical like room with the Deadweights.
Okay, cool. Yay.
And I have to make I have to make a decision now, because now we have, I believe that's 6 players, right? You, Terrence, Silas, Thule, Kalen. Oh, maybe it's 5. Hold on, wait a second. Oh no. No. I know this. I'm smart. Oh no, it's a 6-man party now, because it's Kalen, Silas, Terrence, Thule, and then my NPC Diaga, and then you'll be the 6th addition to the party. Technically, there was another druid before you, but he's our local Bigfoot and only shows up like on a blue moon if we're lucky.
Okay.
But he was a moon druid, and also I do not think he's going to show up. So with that, do you have any other questions?
No, I think that's it. We've pretty much covered everything. I definitely need to do lots of reading for things, I feel like. So I'm gonna do that. But I'm excited.
Yeah, I am as well. You guys are going to be moving into you are giving a hook to a certain arc in the series that does last a while, but it is not the only hook that you as a group have. So, like, essentially, it is your group's choice. Wherever you want to go with this is up to you, and I will prepare accordingly.
Okay.
But I didn't want to just be like, boom, here's big world. What do?
Right.
I wanted to give you something. F indeed. Yeah. That's gonna be it for today's session. I appreciate you coming online and helping figure all this stuff out.
I appreciate you having me. I appreciate the group accepting a newcomer.
Yeah, it was pretty unanimous, I must say. So,
whee.
With that, I will bid you adieu and good sleeps. And I will see you next week, 7 Central Standard Time, for the next episode of the Deadweights.
On the next episode, Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on the Deadweight. Yeah, we do that like every other episode. Are people still here? Are you still listening to this? Oh, we just made a druid for like 2 hours. That was it. What's your druid look like? Let me know somewhere on the socials or whatever. And thank you for listening. That's quite cool. If you are super, super cool, it would be really nice if you told other nerds about this up and coming podcast. Appreciate you. Moi!